What's up, guys? I'm out here today on the side of the Wilson River, just south of Yerington, Nevada. That's just a little north of 208, but I'm camped out on the side of this beautiful river, and there's campsites everywhere. If you go down County Road 208, if you go kind of southwest, that brings you to kind of Lyon, California, by the Sierra Nevadas over here. And this river just comes out of the mountain, but it's a really quiet area. There's tons of trails all over the place. I don't know if you can see, some of these trails are pretty gnarly, and they go way up there. There's all kinds of people that just like dedicated riders. Anyways, I'm just gonna kind of ride around and show you kind of how scenic this is, because this kind of wraps through all this mountain range before you get to Yerington. So I'm gonna just hop on the bike and kind of show you around. All right, so right now I'm at Wilson Canyon Rest Area, and right now this is probably one of the best places I've ever stopped at for a rest area, because they have these huge mature cotton trees all over the place. They got an RV dump station, they got like a dumpster, there's trash cans everywhere, and there's all kinds of people fishing and just letting their dogs run in the water, because there's not a whole lot of water around Nevada, that's for sure. And it's right on the side of 208. There's all kinds of riding trails across the road and across the river too. If you go towards Yerington, which is up the road here just a little bit, you cross a bridge, just a small bridge, and you hang a left, and that takes you to the other side of the river where I'm camped at. And there's probably at least, I don't know, 5 or 10. There's room for at least 25 campers back there. So I just like all this shadiness, and the birds are chirping all the time. There's all kinds of wildlife. So it's totally worth the stop if you're near Wilson Rest Area. Also, they have vaulted toilets too, way back there in the background. So there's vaulted toilets on this side of the river, and also on the other side of the river too, where I'm camping at. And there's all kinds of trash cans, so there's no reason to be throwing your trash all over the place. But that's where I'm camped at, out there where all these trails are. There's trails all over the place that go up the mountains. So definitely worth a stop. If you got any kind of ORV kind of vehicle, or off-road motorcycles, MX bikes, this is definitely the place to go. And there's fishing. You can go fishing in this river also, so it's always something else to do. But there's picnic tables everywhere. In the background, there's probably at least 10 picnic tables and 10 trash cans. So check it out sometime if you're in the area of south of Yerington, or I'm gonna head down the road and see what else there is to see. All right, now I'm at Walker River State Recreation Area, and I just wanted to stop and check it out because it seemed like they got some really nice campgrounds out here, and it's usually like $7 a night or something like that, but they're like way out on the river, as to be expected, and it's just beautiful out here. Nice and windy. You couldn't ask for a nicer day, that's for sure. This is just beautiful around here. There's not a soul in sight. It's probably about, I don't know, maybe like 4 miles off the main road. I just wanted to check out Walker River State Recreation Area. So I'm just gonna do a little cruise through, and you can check it out for yourself. I was thinking about staying here for a little bit. And also, if you have Verizon, you still have about 3 bars in this area, which is like literally in the middle of nowhere, as you can see. But anyways, yeah, I'm just gonna cruise through real quick, and you can check it out for yourself. Okay, so when you get into most of these camping areas like this, they're gonna have a big sign and a kiosk where you can pay. And just like most of them in this area, the fee is normally around $5 to $10 if you're in or out of state. And if you have a camper, hookups, stuff like that. And they do have annual permits, which you get a much better rate if you're gonna stay here for a long period of time. And it's just a great little place. I mean, you couldn't ask for anything better than this. They got like camping areas way out here now. So they got like huge if you're gonna throw a party, they got like bathrooms out there. What else is here? Okay, so this is your kiosk. This is where you're gonna pay, throw your credit card in, and then it spits you out a little ticket. And what else would say? There's a whole bunch of signs here. You got to read all kinds of stuff. Pay here, no four-wheelers off-roading. And this is kind of the hunting section. If you're interested in any of the hunting, you get a real good close-up of this, of some of the regulations that you're going to see. And then you can also scan this code to get like a full in-depth tutorial of where you can hunt in this area. Also here too, there's like a whole bunch of information, tons of land. Most of it's about 12 miles south of Yerington. And here's another little information, little piece of paper. It tells you all kinds of stuff if you're into hunting. So I thought that was pretty sweet. And back here, if you keep coming straight through, there's like a campground here, and there's all kinds of stuff out. There's all kinds of spots. They got their own little, each place has its own little shaded area here. And that's pretty typical what you're gonna see when you pay for a little camping site like that, where you got like your little metal overhang shed top. So, all right, I'm just gonna cruise around and see what else there is to see. Also, when you're in Yerington, Nevada, you're gonna see tons of grassland and a whole bunch of cattle all over the place. There's just tons of grass growing because the Walker River that runs through here, that just provides tons of water for all these grasslands. And as you can see, I'm just parked on the side of the road here, but that's all they just do tons of irrigating for many, many miles. And then there's tons of just cows that graze some of these. But anyways, it's not too often that you get to see wildlife. I mean, the cows graze green fields like this, because the cows in Arizona, they're lucky if they get to eat a bush here and there. You know what I mean? So I'm on the south end of Yerington right now. I'm just heading north and just check out what Yerington has to offer and just see what there is to see. Okay, so now I'm on the side of the Wilson River here. This is like anywhere along this river, there's pull-off areas everywhere. There's like a huge parking lot here. You can camp anywhere alongside this river for 14 days max. So I just thought this was really cool because, I mean, this rock has to go up, I would say no less than 200 feet straight up. And there's just all kinds of people. There's people camping way out there. If you can see, there's people that camped out way up that way. And it goes way down this way too. So it's just a great view. And up against these rocks, there's tons and tons of these little birds. They build their houses right up against these mountains here. And there's tons of little bird. I don't even know what kind they are. They're like little sparrows or something. Now I'm in downtown Yerington on the south side. This is on Main Street, and I'm kind of right across the street from the police station. And I was gonna head downtown so I can clean my bug spattered windshield visor. I don't know if you can see all the bugs that are on this visor. It doesn't take long. I clean this thing like every single time I go out. So I'm gonna hit up the gas station and wash off my visor so I can see out of it decent and kind of show you the downtown tour of Yerington. Also, when you're out in the middle of nowhere, you might see some really cool stuff. And I'm parked right next to this semi. Check out this boat. This thing is freaking awesome, dude. Roll ahead here a little bit. Dude, this thing is cool. It's got the gigantic Mercuries on there. What are these? C-Pro. I don't even know what's... So it's got this huge Mercury engine on there, the C-Pros. I'm guessing they're like at least $10,000 to $20,000 a piece. But this boat is huge. It's got lights on top, got the party deck. I don't think it gets any cooler than that, unless you're looking at that big military truck behind me. And here's another big old piece of something cool. Alright, now the sun is finally setting behind the horizon here. Got my bike over here. Got my camping people over here. They're doing a lot of like bikes. Kind of doing hill climbs over here. There's like tons of hill climbs in this area, all over the place. Kind of up that way. And they're pretty gnarly. For the KLR, I don't know if I would advise doing the KLR on some of these things, because a lot of these MX bikes, they're at least 200 or 300 pounds lighter than the KLR. So I don't know if I would suggest railing up some of these mountains. Like when you're way up there, I mean, this gets really steep when you're flying, and then you make it up to the top almost. I don't know if I would want to be up on that kind of an incline, because last time I did something like that, I was in Arizona, and I was like, I went down into this valley, but then you had to come straight back up. And once I got down in that valley, I was kind of questioning, what am I doing? I don't know if I can make it out of these things. And I thankfully did, in only first gear. I could not get it into second gear on a 16-tooth sprocket on the KLR. So, you know, sometimes you just want to, I don't know, you might want to change your sprockets out to maybe a 15 or a 14 even, if you're doing hill climbs like some of these. And probably take everything, if you don't have the aluminum panniers and the aluminum boxes like I do on mine, I would probably empty all those out or take them off all together. So anyways, just a little kind of just throwing that out there. Otherwise, what else is going on? I was kind of grilling out yesterday, and I threw like a whole bunch of like chicken bones over here, and they were gone in the morning. So I must have like a little fox friend, I'm guessing. They had like small little like prints I could see like up against these rocks here. So I just thought that was kind of cool. Let's see here. I got my little campground here. I don't know if you can hear the water running. Get back to some trail riding before I hit the road, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, I think I'm going to call it a day and load up. It's Monday. Everybody's leaving now. So actually, I could probably stay and it'd be super quiet, because my neighbors were shooting off fireworks until like probably midnight for the past few nights, which I don't really care. If you want to make a little noise, heck, my bike is not the quietest. Anyways, I'm just going to load up my motorcycle. And before I load up my motorcycle, I always make sure that my ramp is level, which it never is. So I always add little shims, like little rocks, to shim it up so it's nice and flat and sturdy when you're stepping on this thing. You don't want it like flipping and flopping or putting a lot of tension where the hinge and the springs are. So I've seen a lot of people that don't shim this up, and like the long-term effect of that is you're gonna ruin probably your decal and all of the fiberglass that's in this door here, and it's gonna just start to crack and look really crappy. So it doesn't take long, you know, just to find a certain rock to fit that, and you're gonna have a lot smoother of a loading transition here. So anyways, that's a little something I learned. You don't want to ruin your door, because if you got to buy a new door, you're probably talking thousands of dollars. So anyways, okay, I'm gonna load up and get ready to hit the road. Okay, well, you guys keep having a great day. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm gonna come out with some new ones pretty soon, and I hope you guys have a great day. All right, take care. Thanks a lot.